Thank you. Speaker, I'm honoured to stand in the House today on behalf of 2 million students to recognize Bullying Awareness and Prevention Week, which is taking place between November 15th and 21st this year. We know that a safe and inclusive school environment is essential to student well-being and achievement, and that every student has an unassailable right to feel safe and protected at schools so that they can reach their full potential and achieve lifelong success. That is why we are always clear that bullying is never acceptable. L'intimidation n'est jamais acceptable. Yet, Speaker, too many kids face this grim reality. Students who are bullied and often experience social anxiety, loneliness, withdrawal, physical illness, and low self-esteem. And bullying can take many forms, including verbal, physical, social, and electronic, also known as cyberbullying. Bullying should never be considered just part of growing up in this country. Research and experience has shown that bullying is a serious issue with far-reaching consequences for our students, their families, peers, and the communities around them. Bullying can result in someone being hurt or harmed either by words or action by one group or one person. It is meant to cause harm, fear, or distress, or to create a negative environment for another student or group of students. And it happens anywhere, not just at schools. It occurs in situations where there is a real or perceived power imbalance. That is why I'm proud that our government is taking action this week and throughout the entire school year to help promote safe and inclusive schools and positive learning environments. Similarly, we are proud that students, educators, and families across this province are taking this issue seriously and working hard to ensure that our schools are welcoming places for all students and all staff. In fact, Speaker, I believe Ontario is leading the way. L'Ontario montre la voie. We are at the forefront of the battle against this terrible and damaging menace that is this global problem. And we're combating bullying head-on with legislation, policies, and resources to help ensure safe and exclusive learning environments exist in every school community. And I want to note, Mr. Speaker, that a new law in this province, the Stop Cyberbullying Act in Ontario, it is, as you know, it has received royal assent as a law of the land, brought in and introduced by a father, a parent, and a hardworking member of our team, the member from Mississauga, East Cooksville, brought this forth. I want to thank him. The third Friday in June will be an awareness day where we build awareness and knowledge for this, and we work really together with all of our partners in education to combat it within our schools. And I think it is a demonstration that we are working hard to root out bullying in our schools with one aim, and that is to keep our kids safe. For instance, last year I also announced the assignment of MPP for Scarborough Centre, a former educator, as you know, to advise me on education matters with a focus on bullying prevention. We launched a province-wide survey to better understand how pervasive this issue is and to receive input from the survey that will be used to better understand this issue and to find ways to make schools safer and more inclusive. We also are undertaking a review of school reporting practices on bullying and on evaluation of the definition of bullying in the ministry to ensure it reflects the reality of today's challenges within our schools. We're working to change the culture to one where everyone sees the inherent dignity and the value of a person irrespective of their faith, of their heritage, sexual orientation, race, income, or place of birth. Further, Speaker, I'm proud that our government is making mental health a top priority for our government. Je suis fier que le gouvernement accorde une priorité absolue à santé.
I'm proud that we protect our children.
Additional staff, increase access to counselling and therapy, and create programs to help manage stress, depression, and anxiety, and address eating disorders and other challenges facing our kids. This funding is part of the government's $176 million investment in the Roadmap to Wellness, as announced by the Minister of Mental Health and Addictions, part of a comprehensive plan to build a fully connected mental health and addiction system right across this province. In the context of our ongoing battle with COVID-19, we also know that this has been a particularly difficult year for our children and students. During this unprecedented school year, as students engage peers more frequently in online learning through various social media platforms as well, it is so important to raise awareness around cyberbullying. In fact, we know that this has been an ongoing problem even before COVID-19 began. CAMH stated in the 2017 report that 21% of students reported being bullied over the internet. A staggering figure. And it's why, in addition to providing school boards with resources to assist in planning for Bullying Awareness and Prevention Week, the ministry released a parent resource. This parent resource has been developed to highlight instances of cyberbullying and provide information to those caregivers to support their children's success and to arm them with the information they need to counter it. Speaker, it is imperative that our schools provide learning environments that are physically, culturally, and emotionally safe and nurture students with acceptance, support, and respect for every single one of them. It's why we're committed to providing and ensuring students from all backgrounds feel safe and free from bullying, violence, harassment, and discrimination. Hate and systemic racism have no place in our schools or anywhere within our society. I think everyone, no matter what party you're from, where you sit in this House, we agree on this principle. But according to a 2019 CBC survey of more than 4,000 young Canadians aged 14 to 21, more than 50% of those who identified as visible minorities say that they've been subjected to racism, name or calling or comments. And last month, a young black student in Pickering found that his high school yearbook message paying tribute to his late grandmother had been replaced with a racial slur. To this young man and to all students who faced racism, discrimination, bullying, that we see you and we value you and we stand with you. We also think, Speaker, of LGBTQ children and youth who face discrimination, knowing that they have faced a disproportionately high rate of youth suicide. We think of black, brown, and racialized children, beautiful and innocent kids from every faith and heritage who are targeted because of their, quote, difference. We think of those who have been lost to this senseless reality that too many kids confront every day. And we think of a world, of an education system and societal culture where we respect everyone on their merit, where we debate our ideas and where we welcome our differences as a source of strength in this country. What is remarkable about Canada is the unity we derive from our diversity. Our shared values unite us, irrespective of difference, behind the maple leaf, a global symbol of freedom, of justice and hope. But here at home, as we work to completely counter bullying in all of its forms, we redouble our commitment to do more, to build confidence and build a society where our greatest currency is the civility and respect we share amongst us, our fellow citizens. I promise you that our government will stand with you and all students on this journey to advance respect, dignity, and opportunity, because the effects of racism, of discrimination, bullying, and cyberbullying can be pervasive and devastating and have long-lasting impacts on the mental health and confidence of our kids. But, Speaker, I remain hopeful. Now more than ever, educators are involved in combating this problem. In our approach, school boards are required to provide programs, interventions, or other supports for students who have been bullied, witnessed bullying, or engaged in bullying themselves. All schools and boards must have policies to prevent and address bullying. They must have bullying prevention intervention plans, and they must have policies for progressive discipline and equity and inclusion education. Speaker, bullying prevention intervention is more than just eliminating bullying. Bullying prevention promotes the development of healthy relationships that involve respectful interactions between people, face-to-face and online. The goal is to help ensure that our students have healthy, safe, respectful, caring relationships with everyone in their lives. And this involves the entire school community, our staff, our parents, and our students. In a whole school approach, all education and community partners are needed to bring about the necessary systemic change. A whole school approach is comprehensive and includes policies, includes school climate and other curriculum. We know that in a positive school climate, students are encouraged and given support to be positive leaders and role models within their school community. And educators and school staff have a key role in fostering a positive learning environment with parents and caregivers as key partners in bullying prevention and intervention. When parents and caregivers work with their school to help their children, they are leading by example and giving a clear message that bullying is wrong. I'm proud that students are stepping up to promote kindness, respect within their schools. And through our government's actions, we're empowering students. We're giving them the lift that they need to rid our schools of this threat to ensure that they can compete and succeed. For example, Speaker, I will note that the health and physical education curriculum that our government unveiled in the summer of 2019 helps students develop the skills they need to identify, to prevent and address and resolve these issues as bullying, including cyberbullying, child abuse, harassment, and violence within relationships. Speaker, it's about strong leadership to set positive examples. This is why our government continues to support our school leaders who make a difference within our classroom. Every school in Ontario is required to have a safe schools team that is responsible for fostering that safe, inclusive environment we seek. Each team is made up of parent representatives and students and the school principal and teachers and non-teaching staff and a community partner. The team helps to promote a positive school climate, reviews the results, and takes action accordingly. Speaker, a positive school environment, a climate exists when all members of the school feel safe, included, and actively promote positive behaviours and interactions. And as we mark Bullying Awareness and Prevention Week today and every day, for that matter, I am encouraging educators, administrators, and the students across the province to continue to spend time with each other so that they can work to stop bullying and promote that safe, inclusive school community that all kids deserve. Because we know that when students are equipped with the knowledge to make safe and healthy choices and the skills to build a strong relationship, the foundation is laid for them to become positive, constructive leaders and role models in our schools, in our communities, and across our country. I also like to encourage every member in the House today to participate in the anti-bullying activities planned this week in your respective communities and within your school boards. Use the opportunity to promote respectful, healthy relationships, to take a visible stand against bullying. Everyone suffers when bullying occurs, and everyone can help to prevent it. You know, in 85% of cases, bullying takes place in front of a witness. The witness may be afraid or not want to get involved because they're afraid of becoming a target themselves or making things worse for the students being bullied. However, I'm confident that everyone in this House and in Ontario will step up and help and reinforce things that everyone can do to promote respect between each other. Speaker, in closing, I am proud that Ontario remains a leader in bullying awareness, in cyberbullying, and in prevention. But this only the beginning and not the end of our actions. There's more we can do to address this serious issue, and we will continue to support our province's vulnerable students and fight discrimination, fight racism and threats of safety and personal well-being in every region of this province. But I'm confident that by participating in Bullying Awareness Week and promoting safe and inclusive learning environments, throughout this school year, schools are creating real positive change in their environment and the achievement of our kids. We are all responsible for starting conversations, taking action, and working together to make a difference in the lives of Ontario students and children. So, let's do that, to stand united, remain steadfast, so that we ensure that our schools are safe and accepting for all. Thank you so much, Speaker.
Thank you.